Hello everybody, welcome back. It's a friendly foe. So this is a different type of video. We're gonna be doing like a PS4 teardown video and like taking apart my PS4 Pro. As we turn to the side, you'll see we have the PS4 Pro today, and we're gonna be taking it apart because about last month, like a couple months ago, it started to overheat. I got some new games and it started to overheat, and that scared me. So I was just kind of like leaving it alone, seeing if like I can turn it off for a week and turn it back on. Maybe it would resolve itself. Like maybe it really needed to cool down. Like I had no idea about the PS4 Pro or what to do with it if it was overheating. So after that, and it was still overheating, and I tried setting it, trying to find out what happened because it hadn't been overheating before. It was like after I got a few games. I then researched it and I actually took it apart myself and I cleaned the heat sink. I did everything. I cleaned out the vents on the side, and then after that it was still overheating. So I decided that I needed to replace the thermal paste, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I have the Arctic the Arctic MX4 thermal paste. I don't know which way is the right way for you guys. I don't know if that's upside down or if that's upside down. So it's a thermal compound. I researched it, said that it's really good for the PS4, but it's the Arctic MX4, and we're going to be replacing the thermal paste on my PS4 replacing the thermal paste. So the first step for taking apart the PS4 is you're going to go to the back side of the PS4. I don't know if this is too close for you guys, but you're going to find the hard drive cover. It's kind of next to all these ports, and you're just going to take it off. Mine's very easy to take it off because I've taken it off before, and then that's where you'll find your hard drive cover. And I did get this PS4U, so that's why it's all like scratched up and really dirty and missing a few parts. And once you have that taken out, you're going to take out the screw. Sorry, my shadow's going to be covering it, but you're going to take out the screw containing the hard drive. And let me get the right tool. I bought a few tools for this, so let's kind of hope that they're the right ones. Okay, there we go. So you're going to take out this big gigantuum screw, and it's like that, and it looks like that. We're going to place it into a bowl so we're not losing any screws. And then after that, the hard drive should just slide right on out, like so. And then this is your hard drive. It's like really dirty. So we'll place that to the side. After that, this is where your warranty disappears. There should be a screw right there, like next to your hard drive. And then right here, there'll be two stickers. And then you'll have to take those stickers off and you'll find two more screws. But those stickers are your warranty stickers. So do this at your own risk or cost. I'm not telling you to do this if you don't want to take apart or lose your warranty, then you don't have to do so. So I'm sorry, I need it. Okay. Sorry, I don't know the actual screws. I know that sounds like a really bad thing, but I just kind of like do trial and error. I just place the screwdriver and whatever fits works for me. This whole process should take about a total of like 2 hours or something if you're doing it right. So there should be a total of 4 screws that you have to take apart on that side. Let me get these out of the way. I don't know if you can see everything, but after that, then, if you've never done this before, it'll take quite a bit of force, but you have to pop off the cover of your PS4 Pro. There we go, okay. And then once you have that off, it should just slide right on back, like so. And then there's the top of your PS4 cover. I also got a toothbrush because it's been a while since I did the last take part, and you can I don't know, loosen up all that dust. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm not fancy. I don't have any like condensed air or canned air, so I usually just use a toothbrush and like scratch all that dust free in those corners, and then blow it away or something like that. I also have paper towels and some rubbing alcohol, because you're going to need that to remove the old thermal compound. So once that's done, it's sticky right there for some reason. You'll see all these connectors, and this is your fan connector. These are your Wi-Fi cables, and then I won't lie, I kind of have no idea what these do. So first things first, you're gonna remove your Wi-Fi cables, and they should just pop out with your fingers like so. So we'll just remove those. The white one goes actually under this metal piece, so you can't really do anything with that white one yet. But this black one, you can remove for now. Face that to the side. And then this Wi-Fi cable actually sits on top of the motherboard. So you can trace it back, remove it out of its little hole. And then once we remove that screw, this should pop out. But because these ribbon cables don't really, you know, coincide or block the passage for this metal plate, we're gonna ignore that for now. I'll speed this part up because I edit my own videos. But you're just gonna go through and take out all these screws. And then once we get to this screw, once we remove this, you'll see that that was just keeping in. Sorry, I don't know why I unscrewed all the way. That was keeping in this Wi-Fi cable, and it loosens out like that, and we'll place that to the side. Alright, so we have all these silver T8 screws out. Next up is all these little blackened screws that require trying to remember the name. I'm sorry, I'm like really bad at screw types. Plus head. It's not plus head, is it? Is it plus head? Alright. Yeah, there we go. This is your metal plate. And then this is where we're actually going to be getting to our thermal compound. So, I'm really excited. So, this is the thermal compound place. This is where your hard drive was sitting, and we're just going to actually, yeah, if we flip that over, look at all that dust. And it's actually a imprint of that clamp. So, we're going to get back our screw. We're going to actually take off this metal plate now. And then, I don't remember if we need to turn it upside down and remove the front plate, because technically this is the bottom plate. I don't remember if we need to take off the bottom plate, the top plate, and remove the battery and everything like that, and the fan. Remove the motherboard. But we shouldn't have to. Right, if this is instantly leading me to the APU or CPU or GPU, I think it's the CPU you get on your system. Alright. And this, yeah, should be loose. So, awesome. There we go. And then there's our clamp, and then should just take it straight to the I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if it's the APU, CPU, or GPU. And then these screws are actually pretty big. These screws are really hard to miss. They have a giant top, let me get it close. Put it under the light. It looks like that. Right, and yeah, looking under it, that's not gonna come out. Okay. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to flip it over. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we are gonna have to take the power supply out. So I'm gonna remove all these ribbon cables, which you can do with just your fingers. Be careful though, because you don't want to use too much force and actually accidentally rip a ribbon cable. On this big one, there's a black piece right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a black piece, and that's the cover, and you're gonna lift that up, and it should slide out. I don't know, because that biggest one, if you it won't really come out with that black clamp. So if you put it back in, it slides back down, and then it won't come out. So that black clamp, you just kind of lift up with your fingernail, and then you'll see that it does wiggle around, and then the big one comes right on out. The rest don't have that. Alright, sorry, I'm just being a lot carefuler. I kind of, yeah. Anyway, and then we're going to remove our fan cable, our fan plug-in. Alright, so now I'm actually going to do something real quickly, because that's kind of getting quite annoying. And then when you flip it over, all these cables and then this clamp might fall out, so you just got to be careful with that. We're flipping it over now. Motherboard's going to be touching the table. Yeah, like I said, that clamp might fall out. So, there we go. This was the clamp that I was talking about. Sometimes it's very stubborn and won't want to come out on its own, so you have to do that. And now, we're going to have to remove this top PS4 cover again. And like I said, if you've never done this before, it's extremely hard and a lot harder than that. And then now we have our second PS4 cover. And I've done this one before, so there's not as much dust in the corners. So we're just going to place that to the side. And now this is where you'll find your battery pack and your fan. I've done this before, like I want to say like a good month ago when it started to first overheat. So my PS4 fan isn't horrible, but what you can do is you can just stick a toothbrush or a bristle in there and then spin it and then get all that loose dust loose. But no, the next step now is you're going to be taking off this metal cover. Remove these, and then these are a lot longer than your other T8 screws, so those should be really, really obvious. And then once you remove the battery pack, the motherboard just falls out like that, so you got to be careful. And we can stick our thing under here and remove this little metal tin foil plate. Place that to the side, and now it's battery time, baby. Okay, this is where stuff kind of gets scary because there's a lot of metal prongs, and if you bend those can be very, very bad. So we're placing all our screws over there, battery pack screws, and then once you have those 5 screws out, the 2 screws here for your metal plate, and then the 3 screws for actually holding in the battery pack, you should just be able to grip it on the sides, and it should just lift straight up. Okay. Sorry, I don't have very good, like, gripping hands. Alright. This is the battery pack. And then, as we can see, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, but there's actually a cord that goes down here, and you're going to have to remove that. And you don't want to grip it by the wires, because then, the wires might unplug. But you want to not grab the motherboard component either, but you want to grab that. Okay, sorry, I don't know how to explain it, but you have to unplug that wire. And then here is your PS4 Pro battery pack. And then this is where you'll see half of your heatsink, and this is what I was warning you about. These 2 prongs, they are very easy to bend. So be very, very careful about that. And then, like I said, the motherboard just falls right on out. So we're gonna actually slide this off the table so I can grab the motherboard as we flip it back over. And if we get back to this motherboard side, you'll see that the motherboard is now able to come undone. This is the PS4 Pro motherboard. And right here is what we're replacing is the thermal paste on the APU, CPU, GPU, whatever you want to call it. So what you'll normally do for that is you'll get some lint-free cloth. I'm just using a kitchen towel, and you're just going to wipe it. Alright, and now this is where the actual thermal paste comes into play. We're going to open it up, and like I said, I got the Arctic MX4. Oh, that's so cheap. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. When I was buying this on Amazon, by the way, this is a total of $8.85. Or you can buy like a $12.85 one, and it comes with the spatula, so you can, you know, rub the thermal paste around. But the $8.85 one, the cheaper one that I got, already comes with a spatula, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. But it's a total of 4 grams. You just take the cap off, and you just put a little bit on there. I want to make sure that I have a lot on there because I don't want to take this apart again. I really don't. Not that I don't like taking it apart, but it's just I want my PS4 to work. So, there goes my thermal paste. We're gonna use this and we're gonna wipe off that thermal paste. And now we should be good to put it back together. I'm not gonna show you guys me putting it back together because I've been here long enough already. But that was me replacing the thermal paste on my PS4. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put in the description if it worked or not. But, have a good day, guys.